The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, the Department of Immigration getting strict on illegal immigration. For the first time in years, the department is issuing fines and even threatening jail time for illegal immigrants, going beyond the department's visitor stay. And in another case, a man has been fined for fraudulently obtaining a Bahamian passport and national insurance card. We talk about it. Also tonight, is the new Deputy Commissioner of Police, Anthony Roll, not a right fit for this new era in the Royal Bahamas Police Force? Well, opposition leader Michael Pintard seems to think so. It's the one thing that's standing out after Friday's swearing-in ceremony. And later in tonight's show, the United Artists Bahamas Union says it will push back by any means necessary to stop Vibes Cartel from performing in the Bahamas. We speak with them as well. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. With renewed focus on wiping out corruption while repairing the image of the country's leading law enforcement agency, the Department of Immigration is putting its foot down. First, 3 Haitian nationals who overstayed their visitors' visas have been fined. One of the 3 overstayed more than a year and was fined $1,500. Now, if she doesn't pay the fine, she will be sentenced to 6 months in prison. Another overstayed by 7 months and was fined $750 or faced 3 months in jail. And a third spent almost 2 years in the country illegally and was fined $1,500 with a default sentence of 6 months in prison. Now, you should know that a visitor's visa allows for a 30-day stay, but it's up to the immigration officer or the supervisor on duty to give more time depending on the situation. And so we start right there this evening, because how much more time have they given to the tens of thousands who are here illegally? I mean, it's good to see that this effort is being made, but is it the beginning of like a campaign that's happening, or it's just those set? And how were they identified and spotted? Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. Our contributors, Leslie Miller and Ellington Ferguson. Gentlemen, good evening to both of you.
Good evening, Bahamas, and Happy New Year.
Good evening, Shanique. Good evening, Bahamas. Certainly, it's a pleasure to be here once again.
Good to see you, gentlemen, both of you. Let's just jump right in. Well, first of all, you see these, what I just sort of briefly talked about a minute ago. The Department of Immigration obviously is taking its cues from the Royal Bahamas Police Force and like standing on business and ensuring that they send the right message and tone in 2025. What do you suppose this is and where it leads to? Why are you laughing, Leslie?
Because they're serious. You can tell me for $1,500. You're here for 15 months. They ain't serious. Fellas, scrap it. You're wasting our time.
But the people say they have the money. That's
You're
number
wasting
one.
our
They say
time.
they
I
don't
don't care if they got the
$1,500.
money or not. Someone in my country for 15 months, you can charge them $1,500. On top of you come with a new program.
$100
That's
a
the
month.
best you can do. All you all just well go home.
$100 a month.
Okay?
100. So you think we're really playing and just trying to prove a point?
They can't be serious.
Yes.
$1,500 on 7. What the hell is this?
A country that's cheap and for sale. No, for real, because where in the U.S.
Please.
can you go,
Guys, go to
or
hell.
any other nation, and you overstay
serious.
almost 2 years and you're paying $1,500?
They can't be serious. This is a joke. That's why people look at it as a joke country, you know. Anything can happen in this country. How the hell you get Haitians with Bahamian passports and NIB cards? Explain that to me. How does that happen? And you can't find them $1,500?
$1,500. Well, we'll talk about that,
Tell
gentleman,
them try
because he is paying a little bit more.
In from country. Tell them try it over there.
Not happening.
Wait till you see Trump go to Indiana?
Yeah.
Okay. You know the rats and the dogs and the cats?
Well,
Okay.
well, I'll
What's the
tell you,
job?
he plans.
All of them to be headed right here.
He plans.
Every damn one of them
No,
coming right here.
and see that is
Straight out of
the
Indiana
gentleman.
up to
That is
Nassau.
the concern,
I'm being serious,
because
man.
when these people have their fraudulent documents and then they go to the United States and this mass deportation begins, as Trump has
can't be
vowed
serious.
to drain the swamp, then where are they headed? Right back here?
Where the hell do you think they headed? They came from here. That's why they coming back here.
Ellington, what is it that the Bahamas and the Bahamas Immigration Department and Ministry needs to do to really show that it's serious?
Close the damn
Because
doors.
like Leslie said, $1,500 for staying here a year and a half, 2 years even, and and then here's the boldness. Here it is. I don't have the money, Judge.
I mean, like, what were you doing here for 15 months? You don't have the money. Who are you living off? I mean, it's unfortunate that in 2025, the Immigration Department seems to be operating based on 1965, 1955. I mean, we got to step it up, guys. And again, I speak to legislators. Whatever needs to be amended, whatever needs to be done, we need to get serious about running and developing the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. We need to run and develop a Bahamas for Bahamians. First, let everybody else, as the national anthem says, mark the man of our bearing and come and enjoy what we're creating. But it's not a Bahamas for Bahamians. It's not a Bahamas that we're
Well, see, and that's how Americans feel. Let's talk about the fact that why would these three single dog, when for decades, there are tens of thousands who have been here and set up shop and just living off the land.
And then the question, Shanique, is, one of them was here for 13 months. They said that she overstayed 7 months. What was she given 8 months to do?
To go make
To
baby.
work and go. What you mean?
8 months to do what?
Yeah, we thought she probably
I mean, come on.
Yeah, we thought that.
And I expressed my concern from the day I saw us increase the number of Bahamas Air flight where we can't service Elutra, we can't service
No, we don't go
Grand
to the
Bahama.
islands anymore,
We
no.
barely can service the Miami flight,
So you know what to
but
do?
we got multiple flights
The
going to
guy going
Haiti.
Bahamas there, send his ass down there.
We got Bahamas Air going to
Let
Haiti
him
on
stay
a
there.
regular
Haiti,
basis.
yeah,
Okay.
Someone told me, that flight does be full coming in here.
Yeah, it'd be
How
full.
full does it be
And they
going
come
out?
to the airport.
It probably do be full coming
they
in.
come to the airport with Bahamian passports.
The paper said that they came
Okay.
here legally.
Yeah,
they come here
Bahamian
legally.
passports.
So we
Bahamian
bringing them here and they're
Yes.
not going home. So we fighting against our own selves. We have to repatriate them, but yet we trying to bring them in here the right way and then they don't go back home. We have to get serious about this. We have to get serious about cleaning up the country. Like you mentioned, Shanique, what about those who have been living here for years? I mean, as you go to the one with the passport, later on you'll find out that he was born here. They come here and
Absolutely.
they have children and they build a whole community
I mean,
in and of
when
themselves.
are we going to have clearly defined lines in the Ministry and Department of Immigration that spells out and that are honored how citizenship, well, how residency, citizenship, and all of this naturalization is done? When?
There's nothing named residency in the Bahamas.
And is this
just citizenship.
is this a one-off to say, hey, listen, look what we're doing, look at us in 2025? Or is this some real major effort to approach and deal with the issue of illegal immigration, to deal with fraudulent documents, and all the stuff that's been plaguing this nation now for many, many years?
Listen, why can't the government of Bahamas, who's elected by the Bahamian people to do their job for and on their behalf, we got to put a moratorium on citizenship for 5 years.
Yes.
We got to put it
We
on.
must.
If you don't put it on, get the hell out of Parliament.
That should not be a
Stop
discussion.
wasting our time, man. It's
It's a
getting
must.
sickening now.
Yeah.
Okay? We elected you to do a job. You see the problem that we're having. The problem they have in the United States of America. President Trump is going to shut them down and get them out of there.
But it's
and
part
yet
of the
we
reason.
wouldn't do it. What's the problem?
It's part of the reason
What's the
that
problem?
Trudeau had to resign today.
Absolutely, that is
because
part.
Canada say you playing around and giving more attention, more rights, and more I guess more amenities to the
Privileges,
illegal
yes.
immigrants.
And which means that some of the psychos from the Bahamas who there will be coming back here soon.
Well,
you realize that they can be the poison on that plane.
No, they didn't carry
Okay.
on. They carry on real stupid.
You know?
They have destroyed Canada.
Yeah, okay.
Listen.
They'll give us a bad thing. I can't wait for them to come back and beat them when they get to the airport.
And you saw the news report a few weeks ago about the gangs in Canada that's related to the gangs.
So it's right here in
so
the Bahamas.
it's coming home to roost at some point.
It is.
We've got to be serious about building the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Step up to the plate. And I love what Leslie say. It's time that we put a moratorium on citizenship. Let's kind of sort ourselves out, see where we are, see where we're going.
Lyndon Warner, him and Loftus Roker, Arahan and them over and over. If you don't take care of country, they can take it from you. We already lost it.
Absolutely.
In the next generation, still could be in charge of this country. The next generation, 30 years, we could be gone.
Bahamians don't care much.
You don't care less than that, but I could be enough.
Bahamians don't.
I could be in David with the brothers.
Who brothers?
The angels. What do you think of being David? You may be in David.
Not me, because I want no brothers. You talking about? I know you figure you Palestinian and all that stuff.
I got my little wings, flopping, looking at you. Like,
you two virgins too?
Listen to me, Leslie. You don't need nothing but God. You stay focused right there in the middle. You stay focused and you go to the cross. Listen to me.
Leaders wouldn't stop.
No. It is vexing, and this cannot be selective enforcement. It cannot be where you go and sort through the whole crowd in front of you to say, y'all three come. Get serious about immigration. Get a real serious, very strict immigration policy and govern this country. Put Bahamians first, because I'll tell you, you all see the pushback that's happening everywhere. Everywhere. Globally.
In the Dominican Republic, a country that shares a border with Haiti. Haiti ruled the Dominican Republic for about 50 years. The minute the Dominican Republic get on their feet, no policy now is, every single month, every week, 10,000 Haitians out of the Dominican Republic.
And they does that
no excuses. The UN could raise that. The fellas say, listen, you don't run my country. I got one country called Dominican, it's mine. Okay? I just came from the hospital visiting our buddy. Right? You go in the maternity ward. 8 out of 10 are not Bahamians. In every ward, it's full. How the hell we can bear this burden with a small country like Bahamas? How they get to be our problem to begin with?
Again,
they get to be our problem?
It takes for elected officials to stand up and be firm, because Bahamians are being squeezed out and shoved into a corner while the money and the public funds are going to take care of a certain sector.
All the blue-collar jobs belong to them.
Listen, let's talk about this Haitian man who fraudulently obtained a Bahamian passport, NIB card, and he was fined $6,500. He has a forged you all hear this though? He has a forged naturalization card. Meaning he's showing himself to be a citizen.
He probably didn't vote twice.
And how much time?
Yeah, but he probably didn't vote. If you got a passport, you can vote, eh? He's a voter. And you know many of them here in our country, Bahamians selling out our damn country. And they should be jailed.
That is where I want to go, gentlemen. For quite a number of years now, Bahamians have been talking about the fact that there is this racket happening. Obviously, the highest bidder, come, get your papers.
Yes, $6,000 to get a passport.
Your thoughts,
that's the going price now, $4,000 to $6,000.
$4,000 to $6,000, really? And well, he was charged 65. Fined 65 by the courts. But your thoughts about how somehow we just cheaply selling our birthright for a cold bowl of porridge.
Shanique, when I read the story, one of the things at the end of the story, his attorney said that he is entitled to it, that he was
entitled to what?
He was born here.
Because he was born here, and so he should.
He was born here illegally.
He was born here, and that he went. Here's it. That he went there to apply for it.
Went where?
And somebody there saw him and says, "I can expedite your process faster."
Yeah, by giving you a false passport.
Now, and that is illegal to start with. And they say the attorney says he's entitled. I mean, that is up for questioning. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. And then they said the person...
Well, he's entitled to have a forged passport?
No. He's entitled to a passport as being born here.
He's entitled to a passport. But only if it's granted by... Listen, there's no automatic citizenship, you know.
No, here's my point where I'm headed, though.
Okay. Yes.
They call his name, they call the individual's name, but when it comes to... They said they are investigating the personnel who gave him the passport. They didn't call that person's name. That tells me, we're not serious. Because if we were serious, that person should have been arrested.
Okay.
That person
And
should
charged
have
before the
been
court,
charged before the
Okay.
court.
Right.
And we should have
And
known
fired
who it
on the
is.
spot.
One of the person that is selling this country.
Okay.
Y'all keep hiding these things.
That's what they do.
Pushing them under the carpet.
some
And then it
friend,
goes
friend.
away.
Yeah.
Depends on who it is.
Okay.
So if you never put the name out,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
easy
Of
for you to
course.
let it
Yeah.
go away.
Nobody knows who
we
it is.
want that to stop. We want that to stop and stop now.
Mm-hmm.
That person, the public has a right to know who that person is
So when he
that was
passed, you have
selling
to hit the
Bahamian
goddamn
passport.
rocket thing, you know?
Because and we will know how much they have sold in
Yes.
the past.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we will look at everything that has to do with that person so we can know,
Exactly.
investigate it and pull them in.
Where they
Yes.
get the money from?
Yeah, absolutely. Gentlemen, let's look at Haiti. We're still on the matter of Haiti. And the reason, I guess, they are overstaying and all the rest of it is because we know that Haiti is still very much in just a state of
Guatemala,
anarchy.
and San
Yes,
Salvador there
security forces from Guatemala
Spanish
and El
companies now there in
Salvador
Haiti.
are
Take it
in
out.
Haiti tonight.
Spanish.
They arrive there. Well, Jesus, well, the black people can't do nothing. It was cheaper if the hair curly and skin look like perhaps they could have a greater effect. You know, but
They
they
kill them
arrive.
quicker because they can see them.
Well, that part.
They
That-
can't
no,
hide at night.
no, Leslie. Leslie, wait a minute. See, watch where this is. See what you all can't get
You're
done.
resting, you
What you
can't
all
hide.
can't get done because you're all scared. Here's where these people are going to stand on business. Now, they arrived on Friday to assist the multinational mission to get rid of the gang rule, of course, and just the violence in the country. 75 Guatemalan officers and 8 Salvadorian
Yeah, seriously.
officers
Put the clean
made
up for
the
dinner.
new
Leave
addition.
it.
So let's talk about the
Dig deep for
difference.
dinner.
Listen, Leslie. Remember now, El Salvador had the most dangerous country in South America
Yes.
just a minute ago. They have turned that around
Their president did a wonderful job.
to be the most peaceful
Wonderful
nation
job,
in
yes.
the region.
Because he did what had to be done.
What do you expect? That part right there. What do you expect then? Just let's talk about them, because I don't know from Guatemala, but let's just talk about El Salvador with its record coming, with this whole big success record coming behind them. What do you think they perhaps can do?
Let me tell you what I think they can do. If the UN and the US and everybody else serious about this, they will follow and take a page out of El Salvador's book. And you showed the video right here on Beyond the Headlines, where we saw and we read in the newspapers that when they had an incident that took place, the man sent almost an entire army down there to collect
Surely
them.
did.
He was serious about it.
Yeah.
And the criminal got the message, oops, we're in trouble. The 75 persons they picking here and picking there. From Kenyan went there, our forces went there, and everybody else's forces went there. The only news you heard coming out of Haiti is gang did this again. You hear nothing about any efforts that those people that they send there have accomplished.
Listen,
We
the
have
Africans-
heard nothing about it other than gang kill 80-something
Africans
elderly
went there
people or this
because the
amount of
United
other
States
people.
gave
in this-
them
You
some
heard
big
nothing.
money to go because they didn't want no white Americans to go there to risk their lives. That's why the Africans went there, you know. And when they saw what was there, they hauled tail and gone back to Africa. Niggas said,
You can't blame
The
them.
Haitians say, listen, don't,
They get
you're,
it
if you're
correct.
no good for yourself, go back
They
behind the
gone.
fence
They
and play
went
dominoes.
You
there.
hear with them anymore?
Yeah,
You don't hear
no.
with
They
them anymore,
stayed
right?
in one corner.
They were-
so
they-
much
they
so
were
that
playing
the
dominoes,
rebels,
yes.
the rebels made their way all the way to the
What they-
airport and were shooting at planes.
what the
Where
guy
was the
did?
peacekeeping people?
Barbecue.
Hiding somewhere.
Barbecue.
Very smart,
They didn't
intelligent
want to get
people.
barbecued. They get on their barbecue, run all them out.
We run them out.
Yeah.
He absolutely
and,
did.
and how much we send now? 6, eh?
Be about 8.
But 8.
But they say the boat is back this week, it came for
How the hell
repairs.
they send 8 soldiers to war? For
What
Christ's
soldiers?
sake?
We have
8.
soldiers. Listen, they probably someplace sitting down now. They said they really sitting down.
No, but the boat is
You know,
back here. I
which
read
boat?
in the papers.
Which boat?
The Defense Force boat that we send down there is back here for repairs. I just read it today.
So it brought them back.
Yeah.
They came back for the new year.
To repair the boat.
He said 8 troops on the dark ground to deal with my ink man with barbecuing them. That's like fellas going on campaigning. You got trouble to send 8 guys in there who don't get slammed down. You said it ain't the damn war. I mean, take that, man. You think me serious?
That's only a snack for barbecue.
That's what I'm talking about.
Listen to me. Leslie.
The minute them fellas hear our accent, they kill them set voice. They give us hell in the Bahamas. They be waiting to hear the accent. Them
Listen
fellas
to me.
think-
Listen.
They probably go to that talking American. Hey man, I just reached. You know.
Let me Oh gosh. Listen, we are just getting started tonight. You all, it's still the new year. Welcome, eh? I tell you that. Listen, don't go anywhere because when we come back, we're going to find out what the issue is, the big issue is with now Deputy Commissioner of Police Anthony Rowe. Like, anyone of y'all heard anything? What was the issue with his? Like, what crime has he committed? What's happening? Anybody knows?
Yeah.
What was it?
You know, the leader of the opposition.
We're going to take a break and come back with more Beyond the Headlines after this.
Goddamn segment.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Call now to get more of the care you need.
You work hard to provide for and protect the ones you love. However, life can present unexpected challenges. Who you call in times of need matters. Insurance Management is a Bahamian-owned company that has been serving our community for over 40 years, offering a wide range of coverage for all of your personal, professional, and commercial needs. When life happens, rest easy knowing that our skilled and experienced agents are there for you in your time of need, so that you can get back to what matters most. Insurance Management. Nobody does it better.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation?
You mean the Ministry of Tourism?
No, that ain't the same thing, buddy. The Tourism Development Corporation helps develop and grow Bahamian businesses in the tourism industry. You hear what they say, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things saying do?
What does do?
Wait, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
This segment of Beyond the Headlines is brought to you by EV Motors. Drive the future with brand new 2024 electric vehicles. EV Motors, powering your journey.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Well, in the seat for 4 days now, new Commissioner of Police Shanton Old says she plans to purge the police force of bad apples and to work to restore public trust in the 184-year-old organization. Her comments come as the force suffered one scandal after another in 2024. Well, throwing his support behind the new Commissioner of Police is leader of the opposition, Michael Pintard. Pintard states that the historic moment is an opportunity for a reset for law enforcement in the country. He is hopeful that the new commissioner will make a positive impact on the state of crime in the Bahamas while fostering stronger relationships between law enforcement and the community. However, regarding the Deputy Commissioner of Police position, Pintard had this to say.
We are in support of the Prime Minister's proposal to appoint Senior Deputy Commissioner Andrews. We are not in support of the appointment of an additional Deputy Commissioner of Police. There is no provision in law. While there has been precedence in the past where that has been done, there is no provision in law for a second Deputy Commissioner. And the name that has been mentioned, we certainly do not support his appointment. We believe that it will not enhance the message that she delivered. It is that that appointment is likely to undermine the message that she's delivered. And so it is our hope that the Prime Minister would take the advice that has been given to him and to appoint one Deputy Commissioner of Police, and we offer no objection to Senior Deputy Commissioner of Police Andrews.
Well, Opposition Leader Pintard is referring to the appointment of Anthony Roll. Anthony Roll once headed the Urban Renewal Policing Initiative and did that for quite a number of years. I'll tell you this, gentlemen, many officers of the force, senior officers, and I remember last year, if you all remember this, the number of interviews I did with heads of command of various divisions within the force. He was among them. And the officers that accompanied him sang his praises even then. One of them in particular said, Shanique, watch him. Just watch Roll. He is going to get a promotion and he is going to go all the way to the top. Just over the weekend, I spoke with other officers who had nothing but praise for him, and they wondered what the comment was about, because they feel as though, man, with this whole new chapter that they're now in, this sort of slight and those statements that cast a doubt now puts Roll under a microscope as to say what's really happening, what's the real story here. And so gentlemen, should Pintard have come out and say, listen, he is not suited because of ABC?
Shanique, that is a statement that's a little unfortunate, or very unfortunate, by the leader of the opposition. I think to come out publicly and to cast shade on a senior officer like that, I think he should have been able to go further and say what it is, because here it is, this is the man who will possibly could become the next Prime Minister of the country.
Not in this lifetime.
and to have him cast a shade on a Deputy Commissioner of Police, I mean, without going all the way, if it's something that egregious that this man cannot fill that position, and you came out to the public like
deserves
that,
to know.
I think you might as well go all the way, because you have a present Commissioner of Police that have talked, and I really have all faith in her, that have talked about cleaning up the force. You notice her whole statement, she did not come out at the public or anything. She didn't even talk about the criminals and the issues that we have. She spoke about first getting the police force together. And so this is kind of scathing. I think it's an unfortunate statement if you're not prepared to go all the way. If you have some information, I think since you came that far, you should have gone all the way. That is very, very unfortunate coming from Minister Pintard. And I think it's bordering on reckless.
Leslie, Pintard owes the Bahamian people an explanation, because people want to know what's up. Does this man truly deserve to sit in that position?
First, let's consider his contradictions. Before he finished his last sentence, he said he was so happy for community policing. That's what he said. He was happy for community policing. Well, who initiated community policing? The same man who he doesn't want to be there. He was the first one that Mr. Christie appointed to head community policing. Mm-hmm. Just think about the contradiction. Something wrong with this man, you know. And this man will be the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And he's serious. And I can tell you all, this year, they can take him out.
The
fellas in the F&M can take him out.
What you mean take out now, Leslie?
Can take him out.
Leslie,
they realize he's
Leslie, explain, take out mean many things.
You hear what I say?
Take out a street talk for many things,
I said remove from the position he has now. Watch.
You sure about that? Come on, this man was elected.
He's sure about what he said about the man?
Well, he is sure because he said it.
No, he ain't sure. He said it because he could say it. You could say anything. Okay, this man has been on the force for over 25 years.
What you know about what Tommy Turnquest those can do? But you can't make that kind of statement and move on by.
They didn't have meetings on him.
What meetings, Leslie? What meetings
right now, Tommy Turnquest house.
Well, come talk. Tommy Turnquest.
That is very unfortunate.
Tommy Turnquest, I know you have been silent in the front line. See, I like to, if you're going to say something, I like to let you people talk. Leslie, I want to know
why do you try to cast aspersion?
No, I don't think.
On persons just because you can do it.
No.
Why do you do it? He has a family too, you know. People got to realize these people have family.
Yes.
He's a decent man. He's done a wonderful job. And now you don't want him there. Why? Because you have the authority to say so. So what can happen when he become, if and when, and I think it happen in our lifetimes, I'm not worried about it too much. But just, Vincent, he was to be the Prime Minister. Yeah. But why don't he go out Lightfoot Key, where they gave away $25 million of our damn money to have white people serve damn black people in this country, giving them vouchers and never give an account for the money. He was in cabinet. And cabinet is collective responsibility. I was there. All of us are equal to each other. If the prime minister do something, it falls on me. If I do something, it falls on all the others. What did he do? Not a damn thing. Nothing. They never even asked the woman to give an account. The whole crew there. Because they were so far above us as human beings that you had to go down there scrambling like dogs to go beg for a ticket to go get food. What he said about that? Nothing. You imagine this guy take over this country? Only Christ could save us from him. He had given them everything.
Well, Leslie, you know...
And you know, with respecting him as a leader? Be serious, man. Why would he demand for nothing?
No, that's
just because you could. That's what cowards do.
Well, we certainly want...
That's what cowards do.
I'll officially at this moment here...
Maybe we need to go east again.
Go east. Stop it.
Yeah, I live with these.
Yeah, Okay.
I've been to the place a couple of times. This is friends.
Leslie, let me finish what I'm saying here. I extend an official invitation to Mr. Pintard. I will reach out to the relevant authorities in his organization, in the Free National Movement, to have him on, because not only to discuss and perhaps address that matter, but also where the Free National Movement is going, where he's going. Is his position under the spotlight and being questioned, as you said, Leslie, but also where he sees the Bahamas going, his vision to take the nation
He's
forward.
going right back out like Vicky and Old Fort B. Where the hell do you think you see it going? Where he could be dictated to by the minority for the majority. You know what is interesting? Today, their chairman came out and he said the prime minister can bring down the cost of living today if he want to. He can bring down the cost of food in the food store. He can bring down the cost of electricity from BEC or BPL. Now, President Trump-elect, who was just officially ratified today, he promised the American people that he was going to lower the cost of grocery, tied to the cost. Once he won, the reality, Stephanie, say, it's not as easy as I thought it was, but we can work on it. That's what he says. Now, he done back off of that now. But here's this man saying, you realize in Parliament, the time I was there from, 30 years straight, the cost of duty on food items in this country is less than 10 to 5%. The food stores pay little or no duty.
So where's the markup happening?
The markup is going straight to them. Straight. And every time we reduce the cost, nothing happens with the damn price of the consumer.
Because what Pintard is perhaps saying is, listen, he gonna be the big man around the table.
The big man doing what?
And he gonna say...
What he can say?
Rupert Roberts?
Fresh market,
and fresh market is high end. Fresh market is high end and all the other places, but come to the table. You all have to do this, because if the markup, as you said, has basically stayed around, hovered around the same thing.
There is little or no duty on food items.
Pardon me, the duty has hovered around the same percentage for years, but yet when you go get, man, listen, I got some cleaning products. I got 3 cleaning products today, $80.
Okay.
3, I mean, they were oversized. That ain't the point though. 3, $80.
I went to the food store today, right down the road, you're opposite UB. I bought a cornflake, a bran flake, one
milk.
No, I ain't buying no milk. They ain't had what I wanted. The raisin bran, right? And 6 bananas. Now it cost me $42.
It's cheap.
I did that today, $42.
That's cheap, Leslie. That's a deal.
Even like you mentioned, even in times when duty was reduced,
you tell me how
the grocery stores has never allowed
could bring that cost down. What do you just tell them? This is the cost you got to go with?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It can't happen in reality.
No.
The economy don't work in that manner.
Again, it's not as easy as that. However, who is speaking to these merchants to say, listen, you all...
Well, they got this little commission they put together.
What commission?
What they call the Trade Commission. They got about 6 of them on there. All they do is travel all around the damn place spending our money. They don't ever promote nothing Bahamian.
What's their duty?
They are bringing inflation into our country by going to these countries in South America, tell them to sell your goods to the Bahamians at the detriment of the local manufacturers. And they call themselves the Trade Commission. I want to trade them the hell out of here. Like when you go to Brazil, stay there.
Yeah.
Or Guatemala, stay there.
Good idea,
Because they have made showing no interest in things Bahamian.
Yeah.
No interest whatsoever.
Supporting locally grown.
None.
Homegrown, yeah.
None.
Yeah, we could do so much
But
more.
that's the Trade Commission.
We could do so much. You
Absolutely.
bet right.
That's the Trade Commission.
Yeah, man, flying high.
Okay,
Listen, but I'll tell you this. Well, Leslie, you had a mouthful, and I don't know if we need to hear from the Progressive Liberal Party chairman right now, because you have already had a whole entire mouthful.
I didn't speak for him.
Well, okay, fine.
And I don't speak no PLP. I speak for Bayman.
I know, but I just figure you said so much that he don't need to speak on Pintard, but. He said that he's disappointed with the leader of the Free National Movement and sort of how he is unfairly sort of just speaking out against the appointment of Anthony Roll
for no reason.
And maybe he should obviously reconsider it. Here's Fred Mitchell.
Mr. Pintard's statements about Mr. Roll coming from anyone else other than a senior political figure like him would almost certainly be libelous, because the comments are not only false but seemed calculated to injure Mr. Roll as a policeman in his profession, and was deliberately calculated, it seems, to lower him in the esteem with which he is held in the eyes of right-thinking members of society. What do you expect from any public official like Mr. Roll? We expect that someone performs a job without fear or favor. This is certainly not the standard of the FNM when it is in government. On the night of the general election of 2017, the FNM partisans on the Royal Bahamas Police Force and under the direction of the FNM leaders executed the arrest of a sitting member of the PLP claiming that he stole his own TV set. The FNM sent Clayton Fernanda, then Lerman Delaveau, 2 senior officers, home to do nothing. The FNM and its government is cruel, mean, begrudgeful, and vengeful. Now the leader of the opposition, Michael Pintard, is making an excuse as he attacks Mr. Roll in his new post. But this attack, we see beyond it. It is entirely political and politically motivated, and it tells you what you can expect if Mr. Pintard is elected to higher office, God forbid. Vengeful, mean, crude behavior.
So you all are saying all of this is to do with a television? What is the story?
On the night of the election, the former MP for Nassau Village was arrested by the orders of the FNM government.
I remember that.
Taken to his office, taken in a cell, for a television that he had in his office that belonged to him, that he bought. And he only took the TV out because, you lose the election, you take it what is yours, like all of us do.
Got locked up for that.
And he locked up for it.
So how does Anthony Roll come into this?
Randy Roll doesn't come to just show you the degree to which they will go to try to embarrass people, to try to belittle Bahamians.
Wow.
Now, when it comes to Lightfoot Key, and the man say, I'm not paying all this real property tax to HEP, you all get to just hold you all in. They go and have a meeting with Lightfoot Key, and the next day, they say, forget that, the fellow who actually with that made a mistake. That's who they work for. Well, they work for the foreigners, they don't work for us.
Well,
all of them.
I'll tell you this.
All right.
Anthony Roll, now Deputy Commissioner of Police, has gone on record and in crediting, because he is a policeman's policeman.
Yes.
And so he has credited Hewlin Hanna, who is a former, was he an ACP? I'm not sure, but certainly Presley is an officer.
One of the top men.
One of the senior guys. And also former ACP Stephen Dean, for being his mentors.
Yes.
And somebody who has the respect of the force. In fact, right now, I just got this little note. He is an exemplary officer who is well qualified and respected by all officers and members of the public. He has my endorsement. Signed, Stephen Dean, Senior Assistant Commissioner of Police, retired. This just in. And so I don't know what TV it is, the man thief or didn't thief, and Anthony Roll, we friends. You've been here, so I don't mean that like that. That's just me trying to be, a little jest. So I'm not saying you stole the TV. I'm just saying, what? Like, are we serious?
I would hope that on a national level.
When Sands give the woman a
hold on now, Leslie, you ain't getting me sued around here.
I would hope that from a national level.
The court said it was the truth. The courts.
I don't.
Carry him to war for that.
I need a lawyer. Let me tell you something. I can need a lawyer right over there.
I need a lawyer, but I can have you.
I need a lawyer right behind there to say, listen, something could say. Go ahead. Yes,
I hope on a national level that the Free National Movement and all good thinking Bahamian who have the air of the leader of the opposition, Mr. Pindad, we'd ask him to please publicly retract that
He ain't
statement.
do that.
It's an unfortunate
He ain't
statement.
man enough.
In the interest of good governance, as you are part of the government of the Bahamas, please, sir, retract that statement. Thank you very much.
Well, certainly, of course, we all know that we need this Royal Bahamas Police Force under this new commissioner, or headed by this new commissioner, to make great inroads and to do incredible things and to make communities, to make households, to make our nation safe again. We don't need any fingers pointed at any one of our executive team, because they all have to get on the ground now and work to restore law, order, and trust among Bahamians. And so certainly, of course, while they're busy doing that, all of us just need to say, go, go. Just thoughts and prayers behind you all. And so there you have it. This is Beyond the Headlines. When we come back, what is this union talking about? They preventing, listen, who was the Vibes Cartel fans in the room? Well, they say he wouldn't be performing here if they have anything to do with it. We're back right after this.
That's supposed to be going to a concert.
The most luckiest time of the year. There'll be things that are spinning and cash prizes winning. Just Big Bang is here. It's the most luckiest time. Yes, the most luckiest time. Oh, the most luckiest time of the year.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Island Luck.
Get ready to win Lucky Bucks. Wherever you see this taxi, flag it down.
The boy hard, beating so hard, I will be hard, what here? I'm looking for my first contestant to ride in the Lucky Taxi. Walk in the taxi, you gotta do the Lucky Walk, bro. Thanks. Man, thank you, sir. 85 times 2 is how much, brother? You will leave with $170, brother.
I never expected to win as much as I win.
Very excited when the gentleman picked me to ride inside the taxi.
So if I had to choose a game that would stay, it would be Island Luck Taxi.
You could be next on the Island Luck Lucky Taxi.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Well, the United Artists Bahamas Union says it will push back by any means necessary to stop Vibes Cartel from performing in the Bahamas. That concert is set for sometime around April of this year, so they're getting started quite early. The Jamaican artist has been performing after his 2011 murder conviction was overturned last year. And obviously, he's taking steps to get back out on the stage and to get back in people's minds, in front of their eyes. And so the Bahamas is in his sights. Tonight, the United Artists Union says it is just getting started. And so joining me are the president of the union, Nita Tynes, and the public relations officer here for the union as well, Sherelle Cartwright. Ladies, good evening to both of you, and welcome to Beyond the Headlines.
Good evening.
Why Vibes Cartel? I mean, we've seen a string. I am talking major names performing anywhere, all over, particularly here in the capital, but you say no to Vibes Cartel?
Well, to be quite honest, we say no to all. And it's for the simple fact that we have been seeing an influx from last year, an influx of foreign artists coming into this country. As it stands right now, United Artists Bahamas Union is the only legally recognized musician and entertainers union in this country. And as such, we have been going round the mulberry bush, round the rabbit hole, every single thing other than what we ought to have been doing just to get things done to move our organization forward.
Well, who is responsible for moving your organization forward? I mean, is it that you're being ignored and not regarded? Because the thing is, you have had these major resorts bring in major names, and this is the first time I'm hearing you speak out. Why have you been so quiet until now?
Well, we haven't been quiet until now. It's just that now that this is the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. We are in a situation. Now, first of all, let me explain to you what United Artists Bahamas Union is about. Our mission is twofold. One, safeguarding Bahamian talent in this country and advocating for fair opportunities for our musicians first and foremost. Now, what was disconcerting today was to see all of the negative things in social media as it relates to us pushing back on Vibes Cartel.
What? What are the Bahamians saying?
Well, we had an entertainer or two who said that we ought to let these foreign entertainers live.
Well, so right? Because I guess.
Hold on,
I guess Bahamian
have to live.
Because Nita, you still performing, right, Nita?
Yes, I am.
Are you living?
Yes, not living as
on that level.
Well, I mean, kind of, but still. I have to back down, I have to withdraw, and I had to tell my own people I will not perform for them until they respect the local Bahamian artists. And the reason why this union is formed is because we are here to protect the future generation of this entertainment industry. Yeah. And also, we are like Madam Cartwright said, we are the only legal entity that's supposed to permit any foreign artists to perform in this country. Mm-hmm. We are registered and we are certified. Yep. We are the only one. So how it is that I made a list today. I was sitting down with my officers in the office today, and we sat down. We just made a list of the amount of foreign entertainers that come in this country from 2022. I mean, the list was enormous. Yeah. How did how could they come in this country without proper authorization?
Well, obviously
there's a black hole somewhere.
No, but obviously there's a big authorization. Nita on the stage. That's yours. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Big black hole.
Here, when I speak, you shh. Yes. Okay, thanks. That's what I'm saying. So as I was saying, Nita, obviously they're getting permission because we see the major resorts right here in New Providence. Let's just stay right here. You all know the major ones. They bring in who they want to, when they want to, and how often they want to. My thing is, how is it that you all have allowed this to happen then, since you are the only voice and an organization that is here to grant permission? And even saying that, is that archaic? Like they have to come through you? What is it? How is it? Who's ignoring you? Immigration, the resorts, the promoters. Who's not respecting you all. Or not realizing that, hey, this is what needs to happen?
Everyone.
Oh, they all are.
Yeah. Everyone. And everyone. Now, we fairly knew. We had to come together to put a stop on the influx of the importation of these foreign artists that come in here and take funds out of our country with not even putting entertainers on stage to open up for them, regardless of they're the headliners.
So you're trying to say, and what this union wants to do is at least to say, listen, hold on, when you all come, let's work together, give our local artists some exposure by being opening acts and kind of thing.
It isn't us trying to say that. It is what is legislated.
Legislated. Has that been put to, when, for example, I know you all heard about the Chris Brown teaser, right? I don't even know if that's real because Bahamians are already on edge trying to save up every bit of cent to attend that concert. Have you all then, to whomever the promoters are, say, hi, who Bahamian artist is going to open for him? Are you all doing that now?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, how does it work?
How it's supposed to work is if you are a promoter and you are trying to get an act to come into this country, we have an application form that you go through. You're required to have the necessary documentation down to the police record, the passport. We want background check on those artists first and foremost. After that, you're required to pay to produce the contract so that we know exactly how much it is that you are paying these foreign artists to come into this country, and you have to pay a levy on that. You are also required, before we even process that application, to list your Bahamian artist that's going to be opening as well as their contract. And you have to pay all of this up front. And we say the minimum time that you should be doing that is 30 days before your concert. And we know people don't promote and advertise 30 days out. So the whole idea is that you are supposed to do this. This is the process. This hasn't just been in place from UABU. This has been in place from Bahamas Musician and Entertainers Union. So people who say they don't know, promoters who say they don't know, I will give you what the lawyers will say. Ignorance of the law is no excuse, okay? Which means that you can't come playing crazy around here, okay? Now, how it works is once that artist would have come to, or the promoter has come to us, all the paperwork is okay, and we approve that artist, we issue them a letter that they are to take to immigration, which will then deal with the work permits and stuff on that end. We also have a compliance team, so not after you, immigration would have sought you out, that means you just cruise and do what you want. When that artist comes in, we have to meet you at the airport, and we have to verify that if you say 5 people, it's 5 people that are coming in your party. Your equipment, if you're shipping in equipment, we need to be dealing with customs so that we can check that bonded to make sure ain't no illegal weapons and different things are coming in those cargo.
That is also an issue that this union has with the Vibes Cartel performance, for example. You all are saying, listen, this man's sentence was overturned. This man was charged with murder, and more than one. And you were saying that his presence here in the nation doesn't send the best message the nation needs right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what we're saying. That's exactly what we're saying.
So then how is it that the union, this union, his music remains extremely popular? It plays on radio stations. How didn't you take this agitation to that level and even insist that they stop playing that kind of music or his music on radio stations?
No, that's not our purview. Because if the radio stations are paying for playing his music, the radio stations are paying to play that music, okay? That is what you have copyright for. That's not our jurisdiction.
So that's nothing, the union has no issue with that?
No.
The point is bringing him here, paying him top dollar for him to perform.
It's the process. Anytime you go outside of the process, we have a problem. It's not just so much that it's okay, we get this brouhaha with Vibes Cartel. Understand that he is the camel that broke the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay, we cannot allow this to continue. And so right now, without further ado, Mr. Director of Immigration, the gauntlet is at your feet because we are tired. You have been denying and not returning calls when we've been trying to find out information on these artists.
Who's the director? Was William Pratt?
Yes.
Mr. William Pratt?
Yes.
Well, let me intercept. Let me intercept. In addition, the advertisement is out, the flyers out of advertising. They have not consulted UABU in regards to getting the process done. The certification for him to legally come here. But we are not supporting him. UABU stands against his coming to the Bahamas.
Now, you're very plain speaking here this evening, and you also say by any means necessary. What are you willing to do to send this message to William Pratt and his team?
We are one of those unions in the TUC.
And what are we Ferguson going to do?
We have affiliates that are standing with us in all our endeavors, especially when it comes to protecting the Bahamian people. We must stand, and we are standing together strong, hand in hand. We're going to stand in front of that immigration door, and we're going to call. They must come out and respond.
William Pratt?
They have to come out and respond. This has been going on for too long.
You're giving immigration until when?
We're not going to tell you.
Oh?
We're going to just show up and show out. We must do it. We have to do it.
There are many other acts in the pipeline, and so I imagine this is it's urgent that you take action, huh?
Yes, please be aware.
Lady Miller, how many other countries can you go to, an entertainer?
None.
And do the same thing?
None.
How can you? We cannot. We have a list of items that we have to go through and submit just to enter our country, just to get a visa to go to the United States.
No country accepts this. That's the bottom line.
Even in the region.
Turks and Caicos has a more rigid policy than us here. And trust me, if you do not have your documents, they will be near that stage and shut your show down until you get the necessary paperwork. That is how it's supposed to work. You see,
why do you suppose there's a dollhouse here?
Why I suppose it's a dollhouse? When they say you play a puppy, they lick your mouth, right?
I heard it.
So obviously plenty dogs around here and plenty people playing with them puppy and letting them puppy lick their mouth. Okay?
It's unfortunate that we have so many dishonest people that we put in these places to protect us.
Yes.
And they are just dropped the wall.
They left it open. How do the artists who are members of your union, what are they saying and seeing act after act after act come on the shores?
They are pleading with us, and they are ready to stand up with us. And we need more of the entertainment community at large to come together. We was begging for alliance. We have to do it together, and we will. There's no stopping. I must, say the executive team for years, we just came just a couple of years. The amount of noise we put in this market and the amount of content that we fed immigration and the Ministry of Labor was more than any have given them in the last 25 years. We have opened their eyes. Now it's up to them to partner with us to get it done. Clean it up.
Yes, what we're requiring is that, number one, with immigration in particular, because they are the ones that allow these foreign artists to come into the country. Let's make no mistake about that. We lay this gauntlet at immigration's doorstep. Why? Because without that, and what we want to put a stop to in particular is them circumventing us and authorizing these foreign artists to come into this country. Okay, what they've been doing from we got our certificate 2 years ago and we were certified, they were supposed to be the ones to amend the act to include us. And they choose not to do that. Why? Because it's best when we're divided from the BMEU and they can play the ignorant. I don't know nothing in this situation. Ain't nobody know nothing. But you see these foreign artists coming in here. If they are not doing it themselves, and we have people who have alleged that they don't know anything about any union. They have gone straight to immigration, gotten their authorization, and paid their $500 or whoever under the table or whatever they
allegedly.
do. Okay, allegedly. Okay, and what we're saying is that does not work. That's not the proper process. And if they are going to that other union, which is not certified, again, it's illegal. So double.
I thank you, ladies. I thank you. I know you have a lot to talk about. You are certainly welcome to come back and continue your agitation, your arguing, all of it ahead of this concert. But thank you both very much. Of course, the president and the public relations executive member of the music union here, agitating and saying they have drawn the line. Vibes Cartel, no, and anybody else that follows, come through them and let it officially be an official process and let the union get in on the act as well as Bahamian artists. I thank you both very much. Thanks also to Leslie Miller and Ellington Ferguson at the top of tonight's show. And thank all of you for tuning in this evening. I certainly enjoyed, and hey, thanks for participating. That was really cool. Thank you very much for tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow evening. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everyone.